Alright, I'm going to make a controversial video, and maybe it's not to some, but it will be to others. What is wrong with me today? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name's Janelle, and I make both faith-based and lifestyle content here on YouTube. I am having a conversation via voice message with one of my friends, and it just got me on fire. I told her, you know what, I'm gonna go pull out my camera right now, I'm gonna film a YouTube video on this because this conversation is blending two passions of mine and things that I love to talk about on this channel. The conversation is around debt. It is about people living like they are rich when they are not. And it is about value and where your value comes from. Does it come from God? Does it come from Jesus? Or does it come from things? Does it come from people? Does it come from feeling accepted in the world? These are very big conversations. For those of you that don't know, I went from $34,000 of debt to $6,000 of debt in under a year. In this time that I've been in debt, my salary has ranged from $39,000 a year to $55,000 a year. I'm being super honest and super out there because I always say I don't make a lot of money, and that's a pretty big range. I'm on the higher end of that range now. I might go back to that lower end because money is not buying me happiness. But there you go. Because I always say I have a low salary, but I don't know who's watching these videos. I don't know if you are living on an actual low income. Are you at the poverty line, below the poverty line? Or are you making $70,000, $80,000 coming out of college thinking, oh, Janelle has a bachelor's degree. She's working on her master's. She's probably making like 70 or 80K saying that she's on a low income. So I don't know where you guys land, and I don't think the salary really matters. I know that's crazy. I don't think it matters if you make $50,000 or $80,000 and you're trying to pay off debt, because let me tell you why. I might make $50,000 right now. Tomorrow I might make $70,000. And then here comes the, oh, well, right now I live in a really small house. Let me move into something bigger. Or maybe you are living with a roommate and you say, oh my gosh, I'm in debt. Oh my God, but I got a better paying job. I can live alone now. People are not prioritizing the debt. They are prioritizing their wants and needs over the debt. The biggest thing that I'm seeing is the people that are paying for trends when they're in debt. So I'm going to take this is why I said I'm going to take this controversial, because I should not own 10 purses if I'm in debt. And I feel that way strongly. Why do I have Kate Spade? I mean, I don't have big name brands, but like Ralph Lauren, like whatever I own. Why is that in my closet? I look at it now and it makes me upset, because I'm like, why in college did I put my value and my worth and my first full-time corporate job, the money that I made from it, why did I put it towards purses when I'm in debt? If I'm in debt, I don't have the money for those purses. And I think people don't care about their debt anymore because they want to live a fun life while they're young. They say, oh, well, I want to go on all the trips and I want to buy all the makeup and the clothes and the new shoes, from the Nikes to the New Balances to the Stanley Cups to the Owala Cups. I know what's in, you know, I go to college, I see what these people are wearing and buying. I look around and it's like, there's so many people that have to have the latest shoes, that have to always have their nails done, their hair done, their eyebrows done, always going out for drinks, always going out for dinner. And man, these people have thousands and thousands of dollars of debt. And I just don't think that's the way the world was before. I don't think we just went out to dinner just because we wanted to, even though we had debt. Dinner was reserved for birthdays, for, you know, promotions, for retirement parties, for special occasions. But now it's just the normal thing to do. And this is part of the reason why I want to get out of the big city. I'm just so over that. It's not fulfilling. When I say controversial, I just think people are probably thinking, wow, Janelle is living such a boring life. Like, girl, go get your nails done. Go eat that meal at the restaurant. Go have fun. Go enjoy your life. And let me tell you, I am enjoying my life just fine, because I went from $34,000 of debt to $6,000 of debt, and next year I will be debt free, God willing. I don't care if people think it's restrictive. I don't care if I'm using a simple modern Target water bottle while everybody else is drinking out of a Stanley. What do I care about that? So many people are putting their worth and their value on fitting in. You get a better job and then you feel like you need a new car. Oh, my car's old. I really need a new one. Do you really need a new one? Is your car actually breaking down? So part one of this whole thing is the poor are staying poor. The middle class stay middle class. When you look at the people that are really focusing on financial freedom, they are living frugally and they are not less happy. I mean, making coffee at home versus going to a coffee shop does not make me have more or less joy throughout my life. Wearing this plain, unnamed little dress versus wearing a I don't even know a designer brand off the top of my head, but I don't know, a Nordstrom, a Saks Fifth Avenue, like, I don't know, wearing a dress like that, is that gonna make me feel better about myself? And if it does, like, how shallow? It's absurd. Now, I do think it is important to spend money on things that are to my health. You know, I'm gonna buy better quality shoes so that I don't mess up my back. I'm going to buy, you know, food with fresher ingredients so that I'm not paying for my health in the long run. So I'm not just a major cheapskate that has no, you know, care about health or anything like that. I have my limits, but I'm not going to go out and buy multiple pairs of sneakers or multiple bags if I'm in debt. It does not make sense. And I was doing it, but I think that's where this conviction is setting in now. Like, what was I doing? What was I doing? My value. Look at Jesus. Jesus did not have a huge house and bags and shoes and all of the things. People wanted to be with Jesus for who he was. Jesus could not get any more humble. People didn't look at him and envy what he had. Because why? That's not what made him special. It wasn't what he had. That's what we should be striving to be like, right? You know, people should want to be around us for who we are inside. And a lot of people won't, because that's the world we live in. But that's where you just have to decide not to care. Man, if I had friends just because of all the things, the cool things I bought, because I have the cool water bottle and the fun party house, what? No. I think about Jesus, he didn't have anything. He really was just him. And also I think of, where are we getting our value from? Where are we getting our joy? When we're in debt, that's when we feel like we're stressed, we're overwhelmed with work, and that we feel like we need all the things in the world to give us pleasure. We need that new car. We need those trips. We need the new sneakers. We need our nails done. We need our hair done. We need to feel good about ourselves by spending so much money on these things. And it's normalized because consumerism is completely normalized, right? Me out of anyone, if I could change this shift in my mind, anyone can. My whole dream was to have a huge, beautiful house that was spotless, that I had nice things. That is what I wanted. And I find so much beauty in small living. I'm watching so many like van life videos and tiny home videos and seeing these like close-knit families, and of course everything on social media is like glamorized, and I get that, but I just think like living small is nice. Like being content with what you have, and you know what is gonna feel better than buying all these things? Being debt-free next year and having a reset with my money, that my interest and my debt is not increasing while I'm buying things I don't need. As much as I love fall decor and decorating for the holidays, I will not be doing that this year. But this is 1 year of my life. It's not restrictive. When you're focusing on your goal, you're fine. I encourage anybody who is struggling with debt to not think about, you know, the salary that they need or all the things they need to do, how much more they need to work and how much more money they need to make, and focus more about downsizing on what you're spending on. I guarantee there's a way to do it, whether it's subscriptions you're paying for, how much you're going out to eat, how much you're paying in rent. Maybe you need to downsize there. Maybe you're living alone. Maybe you should be living with a roommate. Maybe your car insurance is too high. You need to switch insurance. There's so many ways that you can be cutting your costs that you're probably not thinking about. How much are you paying on alcohol? A lot of people are not drinking alcohol anymore because it is so much money. Never thought I'd be giving financial advice. I really didn't. But again, these are like two passions of mine just like coming together. It's like, how many times have I shared that verse of not storing up treasures on earth, but storing up treasures in heaven? And where your treasures are, that's where your heart is. And then how freeing it is to be debt free. How this debt-free journey has been amazing. Like seeing that number just drop month after month after month makes everything worth it. And knowing that I'm not going to live restricted for the rest of my life, but just in this period of time is huge. And the biggest thing to take from this is to stop caring what people think. Do not care if people call you boring, restrictive. Who cares what people say about you? It is what God says about you. We are going to take account for everything that we do and say at the end of our time, and that's all that matters. That's where my focus is. I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye.